Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Ever since Monty's Revelations trailer came out, there's been a lot of discussion about what exactly is going on with him. I'm gonna play the video for you now. It's only about a minute long, don't worry, just so that any of you that haven't seen it get to watch it in full for the first time, and then we can jump straight into the analysis of what I'll be talking about specifically today, which I'll save for after the video.
This is it. The ether. The infinite. The reality beyond the world you know, beyond your perception. Things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. You change the rules. There are certain things that you can't ever change. All I ask is that you do the right thing. The right thing for everyone.
There we have it. That is Monty's Revelations trailer, and it's extremely weird, I'm not gonna lie. I first saw it in an airport and I did my reaction video, and I guess the sentiment that came across was, what? Just what on earth? It's super bizarre, but what we're gonna be talking about today is a theory and an idea, I guess, that I've seen spreading across the whole community. It's been all over my comment sections, it's been all over Twitter as well. We're gonna be talking about Monty's clothing. But we're going to be saving the red scarf for another video that I'm working on, which is dedicated to that scarf because it's extremely significant and it's something that I've been wondering about and confused by and intrigued by for months and months now, and the fact that we might be finally getting an answer to that enigma is extremely exciting and definitely warrants its own video. But for now, we're going to be talking about two pieces of clothing that aren't his scarf. First of all, his jacket, and secondly, his gloves. So the reason a lot of people have been saying that the jacket is significant is the fact that it's visually quite similar, certainly at first glance, to the jacket that Russman wears, or certainly wore, throughout Black Ops 2. Russman was a character steeped in mystery, really. He was potentially, in some theories at the time, integral to the zombie outbreak that actually happened with his work at Broken Arrow and things like that, and seeing as Broken Arrow are being reintroduced to the story in Black Ops 3, which is extremely interesting, especially this late on now, with Sophia in Gorod Krovi, that's fascinating, but I digress. Russman was an interesting character back then, and he's an interesting character now as well, and he's going to be a further interesting character when we get the Zombies comic, which contains more information about him and his backstory, and that'll be releasing later this year. Anywho, his jacket is fairly similar to the jacket that Dr. Monty is wearing, and so a lot of people in my comment section certainly have been saying, well, looks like Monty's just a white Russman, and things like that, which has been fairly amusing to me, and the fact that we don't know Russman's first name, and he's got this sort of mystique about him has kind of, I guess, meant that some people have started really running with that idea, and they're going, Monty is Russman, Monty is Russman, oh my god, the world's ending, Broken Arrow opened up new worlds, and this one wasn't one of them, because this one's ending right now, because Monty is Russman. But thankfully, I don't think we need to worry about that idea, because comparing the two jackets side by side and actually getting a proper render of them thanks to Fruckbat, you can see that it's pretty much not the same. Yes, they are similar. There is a played pattern on Russman's jacket that is also very similar on Monty's jacket, but it just isn't the same pattern. It just isn't the same color. It just isn't the same design of jacket either. You can see that Russman's jacket has this stitching on there that isn't on Monty's. The pockets are different, the button layout is different, and the collar is a little different as well, and so I think we can rest assured that they are not one and the same thing. They are just jackets, and that's pretty much as far as we can go with it. For example, you could say, oh, well, Monty is Weasel because they're both wearing jackets, and, well, if you said that, then I'd say no, because Weasel's jacket looks completely different, but I would say that it's interesting that you would mention Weasel, because the thing that we're going to be talking about next is the fingerless gloves. As many of you noticed when you first watched the Monty trailer, as I certainly noticed, I started playing with the idea and I was like, oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Fingerless Gloves. Lovely to meet all of you. That was my reaction in the original reaction that I did, but it's just weird that Monty is wearing these gloves and a lot of people picked up on it. But the thing that I didn't pick up on at the time, that a lot of you guys then told me about, is the fact that Weasel, the Weasel, Al Arlington from Mob of the Dead, is wearing fingerless gloves in that map. And it's the sort of thing that you could quite easily just say, oh, okay, Weasel has fingerless gloves on, Monty has fingerless gloves on. What's the big deal? Seeing as the jacket was being made out to be a big deal, and it turns out it's not actually the same thing, and it's just pretty much just a coincidence or whatever, maybe the gloves are too? But I sit here and I hear the idea that it's just a coincidence and that it doesn't really mean anything, and it just happens to be the way that they've designed Monty, and while part of me goes, yeah, that's a possible thing that you could think, another part of me just goes, no. This is Treyarch we are talking about. These are the same fingerless gloves. Once again, Fruckbat sent me over a render, and as you can see, this is Weasel's hand in the middle here, and those gloves look hella similar. And so, I am left wondering why it is that Monty is wearing seemingly the same fingerless gloves that Weasel also wears in Mob of the Dead. And we can bring this one step further. Not only do they share the same gloves, but also when Monty says, all I ask is that you do the right thing for everyone. You then hear a stab. It is a direct little piece of music that plays, and that stab is the Mob of the Dead round change music. Let's just pause and take stock of what is going on here. We are seeing Monty for the first time. He is appearing in the flesh. He is giving us a form to be looking at, which is something that I didn't think we would ever really actually get. This dude is not just an English bloke that's helping us out for no reason in my mind. He is completely external to the human race. He is a deity of sorts that is, I guess, watching over the universe in a rather keeper-like fashion. Certainly that's my interpretation right now, at least, but he's standing here with these fingerless gloves on, with this red scarf, with this jacket, and talking to us, and it's all very epic, and we're hearing the one and only Mob of the Dead round change music? It's gotta be significant. It's gotta be meaningful. These trailers are absolutely laden with information from Treyarch for us to be diving into the depths of and trying to suss out. And in this particular case, I think there is definitely some real significance behind the fact that that Mob of the Dead round change music comes in and he's wearing the fingerless gloves. There has to be. The Mob of the Dead characters are integral to the storyline. Jason has said multiple times, Mob of the Dead is an absolutely essential map. You cannot play zombies and think you know the story if you haven't played Mob, if you don't understand Mob, if you haven't thought about Mob. And especially, seeing as we've been seeing the plane flying through the maps of Black Ops 3 and landed in the map The Giant of Black Ops 3, it means that that significance is not only just left in Black Ops 2, but rather it is being dragged forth through all the maps of Black Ops 3, and especially seeing as we had that one cipher in Gorod Krovi that talked about the plane specifically written in Zulu, I think it's likely, and I think that it's fair to say that that importance, that integral nature, that significance, that feeling of gravitas is going to manifest itself and come to a head in Revelations, in DLC 4. The Mob of the Dead blood vials have been with us since Origins. They have been a mystery since Origins. And yes, Richvan says, he thinks I do not know, but I do. The blood will protect me. He says all that, and that's fine, but for us, it is still mysterious. And it's going to be DLC 4 in which we learn the true nature of the blood vials, the true nature of Richtofan's plan, the true nature of exactly what Monty is planning as well, and the true nature of how all this is going to end. In the comments, guys, I would love for you to post some theories about why exactly Monty is seemingly wearing Weasel's gloves, why that stab comes through that Mob of the Dead round change music, why it is used there and not anywhere else. It's specifically used right after that sentence. Leave your theories down below. Maybe Monty has the ability to change his appearance, and he's appearing with this particular visage, with this particular form, in order to incite a certain feeling in us, in order to convey a certain meaning, in order to potentially as well communicate an idea to Richtofen specifically, seeing as Richtofen has interacted with the Mob of the Dead characters in the past and got the blood vials. Somehow he has, in the words of Jason Blundell, acquired the vials himself, but we don't exactly know the process or the mechanism he used in order to do that. Leave your theories down below, guys. I think this is quite possibly one of the most important questions in Zombies right now, because it's going to be one of the questions that is absolutely essential in our understanding of the end of the story in Revelations. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe for more videos from myself, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.